Howdy everyone, back at Renegade Blasters with something a bit different than our quick overviews. We're doing an unboxing of this Gelsoft Frontier V2 gearbox. So, we were sent this by our friends in China. They said this is great. It's apparently a full CNC gearbox. It's got a few other things MOSFET. Let's see how much of that is true. So let's get this beauty open. Use my fancy little blue box cutter. Peel that off actually. Okay, it comes in a really nice box, kind of like a gold box. It's hard to see the actual color. Ooh, it flips open. Gelsoft Frontier. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, I gotta get this in frame. Oh, it's got a little PUBG guy on there. Oh, that's cute. Looks kind of like the LDX box here, but let's get a bit more into that. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's take out the top of the receiver here. It's quite heavy, so. Yeah, it is a split gearbox. Looks like it's using similar to an SHS piston. Got your standard spring retainer there. Nice smooth nozzle though, and your standard mag terminal plate, so that's good. I hate it when gearboxes don't come with this. It really makes it hard putting anything together. Let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look at the lower receiver. Oh, don't want to break the mag terminals. Okay. So, you know, standard red-black wires. Oh, these look a bit better than those standard LDX ones. These look like SHS gears. I will be opening up a bit more. Bearings. I hope these are shimmed properly, because bearings, my nightmare. What do we have here? Standard nylon trigger and a Tamiya plug. Overall, I think this is CNC. It's actually quite strong. A lot stronger than the LDX boxes we got in the past. I think it is CNC. It even looks like it's been serialized. But let's get my screwdriver and let's open this bad boy up and see what we're dealing with inside. So we're going to continue with opening it up. I've got my screwdriver here, but I just went to grab and see how similar it is to our LDX boxes. So I'll just slide this one here. Again, very similar design. The box is a lot better on the one on my right. Let's just see here. This one has a few instructions. But yeah, let's compare the top first. Very similar in style, but this one is definitely heavier. The cylinder, if you can just take a look there, is a lot cleaner on the one on my right. Don't get me wrong, I do love the LDX boxes. I have a few in my Scar H, a couple of MP5s, but this one just feels a lot tougher. I do want to try this in a box. Oh, actually, this is one thing I didn't notice. Looks like a 90% cylinder here. Excuse us. Like a 90% cylinder, look at that. Got ports all the way around it. What does that say? Ace Tech M. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that one for the cylinder, but yeah, that's interesting there. And even the lower gearbox, as you can see in this one, you know, you started metal with cast gears, and this one again, those SHS gears that I really want to get into. I want to see exactly what's in here. This one also has a MOSFET, so let's put that to the side. Let's start with the bottom, as everyone knows. Just want to make sure I take everything apart carefully. Don't mind my singing. I know it's bad. It's just a little habit I get when I do this. So I'll just take that one off there. Oop. Make sure you don't lose your screws. I've heard this too many times. We do have spare screws for receivers online, but they're the hex ones. Oh, knock that off. So far, so good. The screws on this one seem to be a lot better as well. They don't strip as easy, because I got big fat hands and they like to screw these a bit tight. So far, so good. I'm liking this. I think that's the last one. Any on this side? Nope, we're good. Let's just split that apart. So let's see on each side. So yeah, we got an anti-reverse slot. That's just your standard metal one. I mean, these look like SHS gears. They don't have any markings. It does come pre-shimmed as well. As you can see there, I'm going to remove all this section here just so we can get to the MOSFET. Be careful here. Oh, okay, they're 16-to-1s. Oh, they're not even 18-to-1s. They're 16-to-1s. These are 16-to-1 gears. I usually don't see gearboxes come with these stock, but that's actually quite neat. I use 18-to-1s for anything I want power, 16-to-1s just to be safe, and then 13-to-1s when I want to go crazy. But yeah, 16-to-1s. You don't see that stock in a box. And it comes pre-shimmed too. Oh, they're Kublai gears. Okay. So it's made by Kublai. Interesting. See, this gearbox is made by Gelsoft Frontier, but Kublai metal gears. I've tried these in a couple builds. They are solid. I do like my SHS overall. But those ones are good. Let's see what the rest of this box is holding for us. Okay. That's... Is that a metal trigger? Nope, just came out. Boop. Just like that. Not too sure if that's a metal trigger. I'd be a bit disappointed if it wasn't. But as you can see, you've got a whole MOSFET in here. Let's take a little bit closer look. So yeah, full MOSFET system. It should have the similar programming to the LDX box. Unfortunately, this doesn't come with instructions. Unless there's a QR code. Nope. So this doesn't come with instructions. So we will get more information to see how to program this thing. Because one thing I did like about the LDX box is the binary trigger, the full auto. You know, a bit of the mix of in between. I do like binary, especially when playing indoors. But so far, that's the bottom part. Let's take a look at the top part. Oh, I gotta go grab a big flathead. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I got my big flathead. Got called a fat head. I usually am. So let's just take the spring out. Gotta be careful. Make sure it doesn't fly into my face. Come on, you boy. Oh, it's the other way. I'm wiring the crap out of this. Good thing it's a demo. Kind of just stuck on itself. It's not coming out. Do I have to pull it out? Let me force it on this end. Nope. Okay, there's one annoyance. The spring isn't easy to get to, or maybe it's just a long day for me. See, getting it in is easy. Getting it out is apparently the hard part. That's stuck. That's lined up. It's just not coming out. Let me just move this to the side for now. Get to my little bench. Yeah. See if I can push that out. Maybe force it out a little bit. Yeah, it's forcing out. Maybe it's a very small spring. Don't want to lose that trigger spring now. Gonna pop this in. See if that gets it out. That's... Maybe it's all the way forward. Oh, there we go. Oh. Well, I just lost spring retainer. We'll get to that later. Okay, so it looks like a 1.2 spring. Not quite powerful, but then again, everything coming out of China now has to be low powered. Maybe a 1.3, but that's definitely not as long as the M series spring. So if I was going to upgrade that, I'd put one of those in. Okay, let's take the rest apart now. Move that to the side. Yeah, someone remind me to grab that spring retainer afterwards. This thing won't work without it. Well, it shouldn't work without it. Boop. Wow, I really mawed the back of that, didn't I? No one tell the boss. Please. Probably speed this up. Okay, and there's usually, yep, there's two on this side. Oh, okay, there's two on this side. Usually there's only one up here, which is the one I kind of expect. But usually there's only, now there's two. One thing I want to see is what type of piston they actually use in this thing. Also, I'll put this thing together again and see if I can get an FPS test later and just a stock gel blast. I'll probably put it in an MK18. On one of my test blasters, I just use an MK18. Okay, so this should just come apart now. There we go. We got one side. Okay, I'm just pulling that apart. Cool. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. So, okay, so standard nylon tappet plate looks like a V3. I'm like 90% sure it's a V3 because that looks like a 6mm nozzle. Looks like a pretty strong return spring too. Oh, that's nice and strong. I like it. Maybe I'll put 13 to 1s in here. Okay. I don't think this is SHS, so take a look at that. I don't think this is SHS, but it has a green O-ring already on there. What does it say here? If I can just get the camera focus. No mercy when Poseidon strikes. It's a Poseidon one. Haven't heard of that brand. If someone else has, please leave it in the comments. But nice solid rack there. And yeah, 90% ported cylinder. Don't really see that a lot. It says, if we can get this into focus here, Ace Tech M. So I'm not too sure what that means. But yeah, seems like quite a solid gearbox. One thing I want to test really is how the MOSFET works. So far, quality parts. It is a CNC gearbox. Can we see here, Gelsoft Frontier. So it is a CNC gearbox that has some decent gears, a decent piston. So overall, it's quite solid. I do like it. I do want to push it to the limits. So far, I've broken 3 blasters in work today. No one needs to know that, especially the boss. But yeah, get ready for a review with it in the blaster and see how it goes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments down below. Ask any questions on Facebook or Instagram, and if you want to, pop in the shop and say hi.